This is the final video on square knots, and I'll be going on to triangular knots when I've got time to make some. So you remember that Celtic design wasn't started by the Celts. The interlacing patterns came from all over the world at all times in history, and this example here actually comes from the floor of the museum in Brighton, UK, where I live. I don't mean I live in the museum in Brighton, I mean I live in Brighton and there's a museum there. So it's typical of some Roman mosaics actually, which are obviously well pre-Celtic, and if you just look at it, you can see fairly obviously where the break lines come on this particular border design. So there they are now, and so I'll just move on now to this Roman mosaic. It's a photograph I took from the cover of a library book actually, but it's a Roman mosaic, and it's really, although it's arranged in a circle, it's the simplest of the knots. It's so simple I didn't even bother to do it. It's a 1 unit knot. All you have to do is draw 1 unit and then do your circles, then do your squares. So try it. Try it yourselves. I won't do it for you, but oh, all right then. I'll do it for you. Okay. Okay. This is so easy that a baby could do it, blindfolded. Without a pencil. So first of all, we're doing a 1 unit. Sorry, it's a bit wobbly underneath this bit of paper. Just divide this up into squares. Circles in the middle and on the intersections. Okay, now parallel pair as before, just repeat it like that. Then simply do your sides. Like that, there we are, see? Barley sugar. And then the end one just goes all the way around, like if you look at the fish entrail design that I showed you. It's exactly the same. So, there we are. Barley sugar twist. Can I get on with what I was showing you now? Is that alright? Happy? Good. This is one of a couple of Celtic inscriptions that are Celtic designs that I carved in stone, and they may look old, but in fact, well, I suppose they are. They're about 20 years old. They've been in my brother's garden for a long time. It's surprisingly easy to carve Celtic designs into stone. You need to take very little material away to do it with a chisel, so it's just a question of drawing it onto the stone and carving away the bits you don't want. This is a simple 3x3 unit grid. I drew it to echo the shape of the pebble which I carved it into. So obviously it wasn't drawn with a ruler, and I think I mentioned this earlier in one of the other tutorials. So here you can see that there are 4 break lines. Okay, so we'll move on to the next one. This one's on a red sandstone pebble from somewhere in the north of England. As you can see, it's got only two break lines, which gives quite a different design there. It's also attracted quite a lot of lichens, which makes it look really old. This is a rug in the form of a fairly complex Celtic knot pattern with quite an elaborate arrangement of break lines. Finally, a few examples from some of my students. The very simple Celtic patterns, the linked hearts, and finally this rather interesting one which has one break line in the middle. I'm very fond of it because the person who did it is showing initiative and converting it into that sort of gothic-y design, so very creative. So that's it now for the square knots. Thank you.